yes, some of the fundamentals of operations management are very much related to the concepts of engineering design, the concepts of the calculations, the mathematical analysis. Some things are related to that technical side of the the organization, but that doesn't mean that non-technical person, a person from accounts, a person from HR, they need not to study the subject of operations. Operation is the core of the organization. Operations क्या होता है? It is like a core. And without the proper knowledge of operations, you cannot have a proper understanding of a business organization. So your knowledge about the organization will remain incomplete until and unless you have a proper understanding of operations. And our job of this in this subject is that how to manage, how to design, how to improve the operations of the organization. Keeping in view this, the syllabus of operations management is designed as usual. The syllabus is divided in 5 units, and each unit of the syllabus covers a particular area in operations. Starting from unit number 1, where the focus is on to make you aware about the fundamentals of operations, to make you understand about the language, about the terminology, about the terms and symbols used in operations. It also brief you about the planning, the operations management planning, that is we call it as operations strategy. So the focus of operation unit number 1 is making you understand the operations, the fundamentals of operations, the language, the terminology, and the operation strategy. Along with that, unit number 1 covers a very important area in operations, and that we call it as predicting the future. That is forecasting. So in this unit number 1, we would like to tell you about the various techniques and methods of forecasting. Dr. Lame will brief you about this aspect of forecasting and what types of tools and techniques are used in forecasting later on. So this is all about unit number 1. Similarly, unit number 2 talks about not only the understanding. Unit number 2 talks about the various types of design that exist in operations management. The designs are divided in 2 parts: the types of design used in service organization and types of design used in manufacturing organization. वो कौन से डिजाइन है जो सर्विस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूज करती हैं, जैसे बैंक और आईटी कंपनी और अ हॉस्पिटल, एंड व्हाट आर दोज डिजाइन व्हिच आर यूज्ड बाय मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Unit number 3 talks about the capacity planning. It talks about the supply chain. It talks about the location and some other aspects. So we will brief you about these technical side of operations management with the help of these concepts. So it touches the technical side of operations management. Unit number 4 is a most important, I would say, area of this unit, of this subject, which is inventory management. Inventory is not a new concept for you because you have already an idea about inventory because you studied this concept of inventory in your paper of accounting. Some of the portions of inventory management you will cover up in your paper of financial management also, but in this we would like to show you a different perspective on inventory management from the perspective of operations. What is the importance of inventory management in operations management? This is a very interesting unit, and I wish and I hope that you will enjoy this unit very much. Last but not the least, another very important area, quality management. What is quality? What are the various measurements of quality, and how do we estimate and improve the quality of the organization or the product or the services? This is all about the syllabus of this, the subject which we call it as operations management. Again, I'm repeating that operations is all about managing the activities in the organization in order to make you understand, and the syllabus is designed in a way that the entire content is bifurcated in 5 units. Each unit covers a particular aspect or area of operations management. The best part of this subject is that we have some very good reference book available for operations management, because this is a subject which is being taught everywhere in the world. right? In every B school, you will find this subject of operations management. So so we have some very standard book, like the most standard book of operations management is, if you see the suggested reading, the number 2 suggested reading, which we call it as Krzyzewski. So Lee Krzyzewski is the author of the book. The title of the book is Operations Management. This is the most fundamental book, most referred book in operations management. Then fifth book, which we call it as Hazer and Render, J. Hazer and Barry Render, Operations Management. This is again a very standard book of operations management. Wherever you go, in every B school, in every MBA program in the world, either in US or Canada or Indian B schools, IIMs and IITs, everywhere, operation is taught with the help of these, 2-3 different types of books. One is Lee Krzyzewski and the other one is J. Hazer and Render. So Hazer and Render and Krzyzewski are the 2 very standard reference books. We will provide you with notes and number of other aspects with time to time. But the most important thing is, if you are regular in the class, because interaction in the class, this is a subject which is very much practical. So reading from the book, reading the literature of the book doesn't serve the purpose. The most important point is your participation in the interaction with the teacher, right? So if you interact with us regularly in the class, you understand our ideas and you follow the instruction which we give you time to time. I wish and I pray that you will understand that in the last, you will get some very good knowledge about operations management. Now, I would like to refer to Dr. Lame for making you understand the pedagogy. What type of pedagogy or the methodology we are going to use to deliver the subject of operations management. So, Lame, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Asif sir. And obviously, it's an honor for me to teach this subject with you, because you being my teacher of operations management, as let me tell all of you that I have been a student of this prestigious college, and I have passed my MBA in 2009, and Asif sir has taught me operations management. So this is something very unique and very honorable to me that I've been able to teach this course, syllabus and course with him. Thank you, sir, for giving a brief about this operations management. As sir has rightly said that this is a very important and fundamental course. And of course, when we talk about important and fundamental course, so we need your attention here, and we need you to focus on this course very diligently. Unit 1 and 2 is more of a theoretical type of units. But in Unit 1, our prime focus will be on demand forecasting, and a few case studies will be shared with you all as well during the course of the whole paper. Demand forecasting, as sir has rightly said, that predicting the future. If you talk about any organization, this is the most fundamental question for every organization, that how to predict future in terms of sales, in terms of balances, in terms of any entity. If the organization is able to predict the future well, so they can manage their operations well. So this is a very important feature of operations management, that is demand forecasting. There are few techniques, very simple techniques, and we will start with the simple techniques, and then we will go to more complex and complicated techniques. These are not complex and complicated, let me be very clear to you. These are very simple techniques, but it is based on standard formula. If you are not from a non-engineering background as well, you don't have to learn how to derive the formula. You just have to understand the formula and implement the formula as per the given data points. As you all have already gone through a course of spreadsheet modeling, so I believe that you all know how to use Excel, MS Excel. So our prime focus here will be not only give you the understanding of the formulas, but also give you some questions which you can solve through Excel. And we will be focusing our entire numerical part of this course to solve through Excel only, because we need you to understand how to use Excel, how to do calculations in Excel, and how Excel can be very useful tool for your career. So demand forecasting, we will start from a very basic of from mean for using mean forecasting, then we will go to exponential smoothing, and you all have also learned regression, correlation. So we are not going to derive anything in this course, but we will help you understand that how to use Excel to solve regression equations, exponential smoothing, and so on and so forth. So the prime focus will be demand forecasting of this unit. Second unit, again, it's a theoretical unit, as Sir has rightly said, that project management and process design, how to design the particular organization, whether it's a service organization or it's a manufacturing organization. There is nothing known as purely manufacturing or purely services. It is an amalgamation of the two concepts. Either you have a mix of major activities of manufacturing, but services will always be there, or you could have a major activities as services, but manufacturing a small part, or inventory or supply chain or something related to the manufacturing part will always be there. So this process design and project management, that's a purely theoretical concept. We don't have any numericals in this, but we will try to share case studies with you so that you may understand how this process design is actually very important when you are talking about any organization, of whether it's a service or a manufacturing organization. So after first and 2 units, our focus will be shifting to the numerical portion of this particular syllabus, and we will be more focused on how to solve different problems. Like for example, unit 3, supply chain management, and only small introduction of SCM will be there, because you have more broader course in the coming semesters, those who choose operations management as their career, or major or minor portion of the career. So in this MBA program, so there will be a small introduction to SCM, but our prime focus will be how to locate a facility. Facility means any organization, whether you are focusing on a hospital, where or a bank or a manufacturing firm. What is the best location? What is the best location so that we can reduce our costs, we can reduce our operations costs, and we can make profits. So the prime focus will be how to locate a right facility. Once you locate a right facility, what should be the layout of that facility? If you enter any organization, let's say you all must have gone through in a bank. You must have visited the bank. You can see that how the bank has been designed. What is the layout of that bank? How you will access to different options of the bank. If you go to a hospital, God forbid, but if you go to a hospital, then you see a different type of layout. So why these layouts are there? What is the reason of being these layouts the way it is there? So we will be focusing on the location and the layout of this particular facility. Once we do that, we understand the capacity as well, how much to deliver, how much to manufacture, how much services should be given, what is the capacity of that facility. Facility here means any facility or any building or any house, warehouse, hospital, bank, etc. This is known as facility in operations management. This is a terminology of operations management. So how to locate? There will be different, we have different techniques for that. We will be touching on those techniques, and again we will try to use Excel and using the formulas and putting the formulas in Excel, and then trying to solve the problem of location as well as capacity of the facility. The 4th unit, inventory management. Actually, people think that inventory management is more towards the manufacturing of an organization. Yes, of course, but inventory doesn't mean always a physical inventory. It can be a services part also. We will be discussing on that in this 4th unit. As Sir has rightly said that you have gone through accounts paper and you have a understanding of what is inventory. So how much to order, how much to manufacture so that your operation should not be at halt. For example, if you go to any manufacturing facility, कोई प्रोसेस हो रहा है A से B, B से C, C से D, कोई चीज ABCD 4 मशीन हमारे पास है, और मशीन A का जो आउटपुट होगा वो मशीन B में जाएगा और मशीन B का आउटपुट C और D में जाएगा. तो हमारे पास ऐसी प्लानिंग होनी चाहिए कि कोई भी मशीन आइडल ना बैठे. This machine should not get idle, or that particular part of that particular facility should not get idle. So what is the best course of action? How much to order? How much raw material should we have in our stock? Once raw material is in your stock, that doesn't mean you can pile up the raw material, because if you are manufacturing some output and that output is not being sold, so again there's a pile up of finished product. So how to manage these particular three-step process: raw material, work in progress, and the output of the particular process, that is finished product, so that the whole process, number one, should not be at halt. Number two, the efficiency should be improved. Number three, the cost should be reduced. So all this concept has been discussed in unit 4, that is inventory management, in which we will be discussing basic economic order quantity models, EOQ models. There will be different models in which these models are helpful for operations manager to understand how much raw materials to order, how much work in progress inventory should be there, and so on and so forth. Then aggregate planning, MRP, that is materials requirement planning, just-in-time manufacturing. All these concepts come under inventory management. A very brief concepts, but very, very interesting concepts. And if you wish to pursue this career, then these operation management as your career, then these concepts should be well understood. And finally, ERPs. We all know that every organization today is working on ERPs. Many good organizations, I must say. Enterprise resource planning. If you are looking at different parts of the organization as a whole, as an enterprise. For example, you have in any organization you can have manufacturing units, you may have servicing units, servicing department, you have HR department, finance department, and so on and so forth. So each individual department should not work individually. They should be working in a synchronization, right? So they should be working in a synchronized way, so that each and every department is helping each and every other department. So for that, enterprise resource planning is a very important tool that has been frequently used by operations managers today to understand that how all these individual entities or individual offices or individual branches should work in a correlation, in a coordination, and in a synchronized way, so that overall the overall cost of the operations have been reduced, and how to increase the profitability and effectiveness and efficiency of the organization. The last unit will be focusing on quality and productivity management, and this quality and productivity management is depends upon the type of fundamental aspect of any product, that is quality. If you go and purchase any product outside in the market, some of you must have prime focus on quality. Some of you may have some focus on price. Some of you may focus on price and quality as well. So the work of operations manager is to understand that why quality and how to maintain the quality in a particular operations and in a particular organization. Why quality is important to the consumer? We all know that. You being yourself consumers, you understand that quality is very important for any individual who is actually spending some money. So operations managers here always try to focus on improvement aspect of the product in terms of quality. So what is the quality? What are the dimensions of quality? And does quality have some costs? All this concept will be discussed in this particular unit 5th. And once a process is actually producing some finished product, whether the process is in control or not. Let me give you a very basic example. If you all must have used mineral water, or you can say Bisleri bottle, or any other brand per se, you can see the caps of the particular bottles. So the size of the caps should exactly fit the neck of the bottle, the top portion of the bottle, so that you can easily open and close the bottle. If you are a manufacturer of a caps and you are manufacturing caps of a particular bottles, if the size is if the size has a lot of variation, if the size, sometimes you have bigger size of caps, sometimes you have smaller size of caps, ultimately it will not fit the bottle. So what is happening? Your whole process is out of control. So you need to make sure that the process should be in control, so that the particular size, what you want the size of the cap should be, that should be produced. So for that, you have different tools. Statistical quality control is one of the tools in which we basically understand whether the process is in control or not, whether the process has some reasons that can be controlled or not, and the output of that particular the process should be in control, and so that the losses should not be there. Then work management, productivity, and business process engineering this will be covered as a theoretical aspect of this course. Unit 3, 4th, and 5th. As I've told you, these will be the numerical portion. We will be having more and more numericals, and we will give you more assignments on this. This course is basically a very practical course, and if you want, it is very helpful for you to build your career as well, because we will be sharing different case studies with you that are very interesting, and we request you to kindly participate in this particular course. Be it an interactive course in which you may ask questions, and you may ask questions. Don't be a mute spectator or just for the sake of listening, just listening to the lecture. Try to ask questions. Try to clear your fundamentals, because we are not digging deep into very deep into statistical techniques, but we will be understanding the statistical techniques and how these techniques can be used to make informed business decisions. Business decisions are very important, and this is why we are here to understand this course. As Sir has rightly told you that we have some readings, and number 2 and number 5, that are the main books that we will be following in this particular syllabus. You are always welcome to use any internet sources or YouTube channels, as well as you can go for Gaither and Fraser, Schroeder and operations management books, other books that have been shared in this particular readings. So you are open for that. You are most welcome to ask any questions in the class as well. And we wish that this course will help you to understand, to take better business decisions, and help you to understand that how operations managers are very much everywhere, and why they are one of the most important players in any organization. Asif sir, I believe Asif sir is not. So any questions regarding this course? You are most welcome. Any clarifications? Any queries?
Yes, Dr. Lame, I'm here. Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have given them the brief regarding this three units.
Thank you very much. You have given a very extensive coverage of each and every unit, and also what is required in this subject. That is important. Yes, so we are going to start the specific content, that is the lecture in operations management, that is unit number 1 from next class onwards. Before that, one very fundamental part which Dr. Lame has already touched upon, that operations is one of the important functional area of management. When you enter in this program of MBA, you have 4 choices. You can go for MBA finance, you can go for MBA HR, you can go for MBA marketing, and you can go for MBA operations. So operation in itself is a subject. One fundamental paper we are teaching in this semester. In the final year, you have specific papers like total quality management, supply chain management, project management, right? So 3-4 fundamental papers are there. If you opt those papers, you will go for a specialization in operations management, and you can build up your career in the area of operations. So any question from your side that you would like to ask about this course, operations? Anybody out of you? Like Dr. Lame has discussed this point with you, that this is primarily focused on the calculations, and this time the calculation is known with the help of pen and page. Most of the calculations are with the help of Excel, because you have already done a fundamental course on spreadsheet modeling, that is use of Excel, use of a spreadsheet. So we will try to cover up the maximum portion of numerical part with the help of a spreadsheet. So those who have already studied spreadsheet in their paper, fine. Those who think that they need some improvement, we are available to help you out. But this is the right time for you to develop your understanding on the use of spreadsheet. Second important part is we would try to minimize the delivery in the form of theoretical portions, rather than the interaction would be in the form of a brief introduction followed by a case study, because this is a course which is based on examples. This is the theory which can be well understood with the help of live cases, practical examples. So we have some very good cases in the area of operations management. Time to time, we will share that cases with you. You have to read those cases, you have to analyze those cases, and you have to relate your knowledge, your understanding of the subject with a view to the cases. So case study, lecture, use of Excel, use of formulas, this is all about this operations management. So do we expect any question from your side, or shall we call it a day now?
Sir, is this book available? So
what are the
soft copy?
This book, the Lee Krzyzewski book, is available in our seminar library.
Yes, sir.
It is available in our seminar library, but unfortunately, because students at this point of time are not allowed to visit the campus, so I'm not very sure about your access. And some of you are not here in Aligarh. So may I request all of you to kindly see this book, which is available online or not. And my personal advice to you is that you should have at least one copy, your personal copy of operations management book. Either you have Lee Krzyzewski, that is book number 2, or book number 5, Hazer or Render. You should have your personal copy. So if you want, you can buy this book on Amazon or Flipkart, wherever, or if you want a copy, you can take it from seminar library. Dr. Lame is sharing some link. What is this?
Yes, I have shared one link. You can try to search these particular books in this particular online link that I have shared with you. You can go there and you can type this particular author's name and the book's name, and you might find old editions or you might find new editions as well, if it is available in an online form, in a soft form. So you may go to this particular, and you just need to create an account with an email ID, and you can download 7 books in a day, I believe, or 10 books in a day with this, using this particular link. So you may search those particular books. Thank you, sir.
I read somewhere, either in the newspaper or in the news website, that Government of India has also launched a digital library with the help of IIT Kharagpur. Right. And I don't know whether is this the same link or not, but IIT Kharagpur and the Government of India, they have started a digital library where they have more than 50 lakh books available online. You can download the book, and I'm sure that because they are the fundamental books, so I'm sure either Lee Krzyzewski or Hazer, any one of the book is available.
Sir, I have shared the link of that particular
NDL.
Library, yes. National Digital Library.
NDL, National Digital Library.
You can search there as well.
Yes. But I request you to kindly search only Lee Krzyzewski and Hazer. Rest of the book, I myself is not very sure about their content, and they're not very highly recommended books. So in terms of the rating, in terms of the content, the quality of content, I would suggest Lee or Hazer. Okay.
So if there are no other questions, then we call it a day, and we request Asif sir, and we thank Asif sir to take out time, and we will be discussing regarding this particular course in a while, and how we will be moving towards this course and how it will be helpful in the concept building. That will be discussed in the classes to come.
Dr. Lame, I have one more point to discuss with you, that because we are doing in online classes at this point of time, so we have an advantage also. We can connect the operations resource person or a people from industry. For example, anybody from Maruti, we can call him and he can brief our student about the operations management strategy in Maruti, for example. And we can also connect the academicians who are teaching the subject. Like we have our own teacher, Dr. Nishad Faisal, who is teaching in Qatar National University. Right. And anybody from Singapore National University, so who can join us, and they can brief us about the scenario of operations management there in their country. So we can explore these possibilities, but everything is possible provided that the students will take the interest and they are regular.
That is my point exactly, sir. If the students are not interested, then it will not be
It will not be possible.
feasible for us, and
Yeah.
we also
You are-
guests
If
guests come to
you
our
are
university
active-
expecting that students will be there and students will ask the questions, etc.
Yes.
So this is very important and very dependent upon the students only. So if they are okay with that and they promise us that they will not be, they will be a part of that particular lecture, then we are definitely we will have different resource persons that are very important for their understanding of operations management.
Okay, so then thank you very much.
Thank you all. Let's meet in the next class. You all must have got the timetable as well. Thank you all. Stay safe. Stay home.